In a previous video I told you how I wasn't going to be videoing Korean games anymore and had big things on the horizon and all this here. Influencers go over all that crap, big things, the best is yet to come and all this crap. But anyway, with me, I've been working on something over the last 4 weeks, and I'm going to tell you what it is. This season I am going to follow Portstewart behind the scenes, try to show everybody what goes on behind the scenes at a Premier Intermediate club. Portstewart's obviously my hometown, played with Portstewart, Portstewart born and bred. And when I was sick, it just came to me, I was like, you know what, I want to make a difference. I've been messing around and I've used music off an All or Nothing documentary. I'm just making this clear now. I bought the album and I was just messing around when I was editing. I put it on, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to leave it on it and just see how we go. So anyway, inside Portstewart is where we're at, and that's what we're going to watch. And I want everybody to be honest about it. Don't be honest about the editing and all that there, because like, I'm a one-man band, I'm not Steven Spielberg. I just try and do what I can just to show everybody what goes on, and I just want to try and raise that awareness of everything that goes on in the background at a club at that level, and how hard it is to try and like even make ends meet and worry about football pitches and all sorts of stuff, and how like everything is like a bodge job. It's crazy. Anyway, my first episode is now going to be live, so tune in, watch and enjoy. Cheers. No, because I passed them at the house after our training. And Corey was there with thingy. They're all there. Hard training, great chance of playing. Mass training sessions, pre-season games at Mass, you will train more playing. Alright? And that will be down to my decision and leave to make the call. Played last night. I don't give a fuck. I told you, do what you want, play if you want, be ready for pre-season, whether you're 17 or 32. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then we're finished here. First match on Friday night, I'm home to the Welders, and I think there's a possibility we might be playing for the Roy the next day. And again, I'll decide that because I told them not their HT games that weekend, but It's been almost 10 years since Portstewart last had any sort of pitch renovations, and the pitch has deteriorated very, very badly. A decision was made, committee level, that the pitch had to be the priority for this season, and that's why we're here today. And you'll see there's men working on this pitch. Portstewart have had to spend in the region of £5,000 of their overall budget to get this pitch in order for the new season. We'll explain the process with Gary here, and you'll see a wee bit of footage of what's going on the surface, and hopefully the pitch will be a lot better next season.
So I met Davey there about 3-4 weeks ago, and we assessed the pitch, and we were back 2 weeks ago and done the weed kill on the pitch to knock out all the weeds on it. We're now back today to apply sports turf top dressing sand, and there'll be 60 tonnes of that spread across the pitch. As soon as that's finished, the pitch will then be verti-drained, which is the process of spiking the pitch to relieve all compaction on it and help level out the surface. Following that, then we will direct drill seed the pitch. That is using dwarf ryegrasses, and it's a specialist machine which cuts a slot in the ground and drops the grass seed in and gives it a good bit of cover away from birds and the elements. And then after that, we will brush the pitch in, and that's the job completed. So hopefully by the end of this week, all works will be complete. Wee bit of fertiliser at it after that, and that's it, ready to go for the new playing season.
We're back again today. This is the second day of the renovation of the pitch. It's getting verticutted at the minute, and then afterwards they're going to deep seed it. But in the meantime, our trusted duo of Freddie and Dave are trying to tidy up around the ground. They're cutting the grass around it and all, and disaster has struck. This is the lawnmower they use, and they've been cutting around. And the belt's gone. So they're currently trying to get another belt, and they're having to bring out the push lawnmower to cut round. Around there. Davey's got the old machine out. He's forgotten how fast it was. So he's loving life again. Something that's taken for granted. It's the goalposts. You've seen them there. They're getting stripped down and they're getting repainted. And this all has to be done before the first game, which is in a little over 2 weeks. And that's what Davey and Freddie and all are getting up to. They're trying to get the place ready. They're trying to get it spruced up. I lend a hand in the evenings when I can get a chance, or when I'm sort of lunch break at work, and pop down and say just do what I can to help. And hopefully in 2 weeks' time everything's ready. It should be ready, and the club will be ready for the first pre-season friendly.
Like any other year, preparing for this has started from the day of the last game. Looking at what players you have, what players you're looking to bring in, having a list of possible players you could bring in, and a list of players that, you know, a second tier you can call it. But one thing we haven't done this year, we haven't lost the amount of players we lost the year before, so it's been good for us in that way. And obviously pre-season, the boys have had a good rest because our last game was last week in April, so some of them have done really well in pre-season, worked hard, and they've come back really fit, which has been brilliant. And you know, it's up to me as a manager to improve the team, which we certainly are doing that, with the addition of 4 or 5 players who haven't been put out there yet that they're signed, but we have 4 confirmed, the 5th that we're talking to, and we have also looked Bradley back from last year, who has missed 2 years really, and without a doubt is one of the most best centre halves in the league. So he's actually got going again, and he's got a real buzz to be back at it. And really, we've only lost 1 player from last year, who was Luke McConnell. So it's all now about preparing and getting ready for the first pre-season game and taking it forward after that. So we've got quite a few, I think we've 6 pre-season games, and they're very good games for us. And you know, all that's about is getting match fit. So
Our training in pre-season's always been good. It's always about football and training players as footballers. It's never been about running around the pitch and creating athletes. You train as hard as you do as a footballer, and you get fit as the weeks go by. So preparation's been brilliant. We don't panic in pre-season about what players we have. We don't put it out there who we've signed, for the simple reason in this league, because they're amateurs, you can sign for a team in June and you can leave them in August. So we're not one of them teams that likes to put it out there that we've got this player and got that player. We'll do that at the right time, and we'll focus on preparing for the first game of pre-season, and after that we'll focus on our first game, which will be the 12th of August this year. So preparing for this has started in April. The boys have had a good break, and I can see a real buzz about the boys that are back, and they're back refreshed and ready to go, which is brilliant for me. And this group of players has been absolutely outstanding, the coach, and there's a hell of a lot of extremely young talent in it, and we'll add to that and make it better, because I do feel last year we were probably 4 or 5 players short from competing at the top. We beat a few teams that were at the top, and we weren't really hammered by any team bar Bangor, which the day we went there we had quite a few key players missing, and to be honest I picked the team that was wrong in the day. So we'll definitely be coping with the better teams in the league this year, the additions that we're adding, and we can't wait to get going, to be honest. So for me, we're training at Korean Showgrounds because we've put a hell of a lot of money on their own pitch to get it right for the year. It'll be a lot better than it's been the last 2 or 3 years, and we're bringing footballers to the club. We're not bringing brutes that want to hump the ball like a few teams do in this league. We want to play football. We want boys to express themselves, and at the end of the day, every single player that plays or signs for us will know that if you don't push yourself, you don't play.
So we're 1 week later than the first sections of the vlogumentary, we'll call it, and we're down at Portstewart here, and we're a week before the first match going to be on, and the pitch is taken. The fertiliser is put on the pitch and it's taken. You can see the grass it's lovely and green, and we're just going over it with a light cut, just to give it that wee bit more oomph. And there's rain scheduled, so the rain's going to come down, and the pitch is just beginning to look good. We'll have a wee walk on the pitch and see how it is, and then we'll show you what goes on at the club in the background prior to a new season starting. And this season's a bit different than usual, and we'll explain why. So as you can see, the grass there, it's got a wee bit of love in it now. It's a wee bit better, but we've still got patches here, and these were patches that were already there, and you can see it's still very dry in them patches, and there's a bit of moss through it. Now, we're just hoping that within the next week the sort of fertiliser does its job and takes that sort of dryness away. But other than that, there, the pitch is beginning to take a wee bit of shape. There's a man. This is the main man. This is Davy Oliver. Davy, say hello.
Hi, Ori.
Good man, Davy. Davy loves cutting the grass in his wee lawnmower. What a man. We've also had the goal mouse replaced, the grass and the goal mouse has been replaced, because it's the hardest wearing part of the pitch. So if fellas came down and he's turfed it here, and it's a tougher grass which hopefully will last a wee bit. Let's have a look. Now, the one thing we'll say about this is this turf has a week to bed in, which is a wee bit of a worry, because see, it's a thicker grass. A worry is that a week's not going to be enough, and it all comes down to the weather. Hopefully it can sort of bed in the penalty spot. Again, it has to bed in. It's a wee bit soft. So, a big project, well, it's not a big project, but a different project we're undertaking is to fix the actual nets. Big shout out to Davy McClure from Glenavon Football Club. They were getting rid of their nets because there was a few wee rips in them, and they're getting new ones at Glenavon this season, and he's kindly donated them to me, so we'll actually have Glenavon's netting this season. But this here's what we're up to. So we've got these poles, and we found them at the back of the club, and they're the poles from up there that were left over from the installation of the fence. So we thought, you know what, we can use these poles to hold the netting back. They're fantastic looking, and we dug our holes out, and we're going to put postcrete on them. We're going to hold the support, or them things in, I don't know what they're called. Then we're going to get them on. We have to take that off there. Don't know what that was doing on there, but we've got wee hooks there to put the rope through, and we're going to drill more in, and hopefully next week this place is going to begin to look like a football pitch. So we've seen Davy cutting the grass, and now we're going to see the vice chairman. This is the vice chairman of the club, by the way. You wouldn't see this here in the top flight, you wouldn't see it in the Premier League, you wouldn't see it anywhere, but this is Irish Premier Intermediate, the vice chairman of Portstewart Football Club. We see and this is where we're at. At this level, it's so hard to get committed people to come and do all the dirty work at the club. See, there's 2 men down here, 3 if you count me, who are doing the wee things, and there's other committee members out getting sponsorships and all for the new season. You get down here and you have to get this place ready. Hopefully that works. See the way that's quite thin there, Davey? Means you'll have to go over it again, do you? And if you thicken it up, would that clog the machine up, or?
You have to make sure whenever you're lining, you have to have the grass both ways. We are only lining one way at the present time, so we are. Whenever the roller and that there is pushing the grass down, where whenever we go the other way, it's pushing the grass the opposite way, so it gives us a really good white line.
How long does it fully take to line a pitch?
3 hours
See,
from the way we're doing it now. But if the pitch is already lined, I can do it in an hour and 15 minutes.
so it's like sort of 6:30, 25 past 6 here, and you'll be here to about what, 9 o'clock?
Probably, yeah.
People don't see this.